Good morning everyone, and welcome back to Craft Eccentricity. And it's been a while, but here I am. I hope everyone's going to have an awesome day today, and I've got two things. First up is a very tiny haul that I got myself for the 4th of July, but it arrived too late for the 4th of July. And the other, of course, is the fabulous KSCRAFT, and I have the full Halloween haul. Right, so first up, let me just share my little personal things because they're all stained up because I did a little sample. So here's my stamp set. I haven't got a clue what that says. Ah, One Nation Under God. Isn't it great to have a camera that zooms in? Yeah, better than wearing my glasses sometimes. United States of America, land that I love. I absolutely love the bow, and I did stamp that and cut it out. And I did the star as well, and also the little banners. You can see the bits I've used because the colours don't really wash off when you're using archival. But I just love that stamp set. And I got myself this one, which I haven't stamped, but I know that it will. But it's all different bows. Some of them are a great size to be fussy cut. You can put them on quitters or anything you want. Do them in any colour you want. And I love the little dotty bits for the bows. Wow. I think those dotty bits fit that one. I like the little string bow too. So I got myself those, and I love that little piece of corner washi tape that can be just dotted down on a page. So those are what I've got. I think they're still available, and if they are, I will link them below. And here's what I made. I just made something really small and simple. So I just did a little film slide, and you can see the elements that I used. And I used these little stars from my stash that a Facebook buddy, Julie, sent to me a few years ago. So I'm still working my way through them. But I just wanted to make a little journaly piece. But look at that bow. Isn't it great? And I just went round it with a little bit of black fine liner and did the same to the star. So I made that. Right, my little personal haul out of the way. Let's get stuck into KSCRAFT. And I have to say, I may not have a clue what some of this is, but I do know it's all Halloween. Right, so first up, we've got this one, and this looks like a bunch of stitches and stuff to me. So, you know, getting in there, we can have a good old laugh because I haven't got a clue what I'm doing or talking about, but I promise you I'm going to find out. And I know I can see a snake, and I don't know whether that's a ghoulish eye or a potion bottle. Ah, I can see that's a candle. Yeah. So they might be pieces for a card, but we're going to find out. And I love this long snake here. That's a great piece. So I'm going to do that one for Monday. I've got to come back up on Monday because I'm back at the hospital on Friday. And then the next one is this gorgeous little ghosty rosette. Look at that. Isn't that sweet? So if you want to get away with just using your white cardstock, that's a perfect one. And then we've got some spooky hands. Now, of course, this is meant to be a mini album, but you know I like to do 3D cards with stuff. And this looks like one of those where you could actually use this and fold it in half and create a set of pop-out hands from a folding card. So we might have to have a go at doing that. And of course, this is your pile of dirt here. So I love that. And then we've got these gorgeous cobweb edge pockets, and then you've got a jagged edge there. Those are really cute. And then you've got a big coffin tag with a bat at the top to slot into those pockets. Love that one. And next up, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a Frankie, isn't it? Frankenstein. We've got all the jiggity jaggedy bits, and once again that's going to make a great dimensional card or just a little something to put on your shelf for Halloween. I love that. I love that they've always got the nuts and bolts sticking out instead of ears. Yeah, I do love Frankie characters. And then next up we have a very large coffin. So I'm guessing that this is a box. And I think we've got a little Frankie head there again. We've got bows. We've got a skull head. In fact, I should open this. Oh no, you can see it. We've got a skull's head with little hearts. So that's going to be a really cute make. I hope he likes coffin stuff for Halloween. And these are fabulous. Look at those. Cobwebby borders. So they can be used on cards, journal pages, anything that you want. You can even, because you've got so many of them, do an entire backgrounds for cards before putting anything else on top. Really love those. And then we have spooky pumpkins. Aren't they great? Ooh, I think they'd look good just done in like a vanilla colour. Love those. And these are like the topper bits that go onto here. Or these can be used on their own as well. Love those. Am I saying love too much? You can never tell when you start talking. And then we've got lots of spooky words. I'm not sure, is that a bag topper? No, I think it's just individual words. But I've got this curved bit here. It might be. Who knows? But we've got lots of spooky and we've got little eyeballs. So that looks really sweet. And then next up we have stamps. And I'll open this so that you can see the stamps. And we've got the shape tags. I do love tags. So we've got a ghost, a pumpkin, a star, we've got a chevron label, a teardrop and a gravestone. And then you've got all these great stamps to put on there. Ooh, I love the eek. And we've got the 31st and we've got the skull and crossbones, which will fit nicely there onto that gravestone. So those are great. And then next up we have, I'm not sure what this is. It kind of looks like it's going to be a box bag. And there's a lot of bats that go with it. So once again, you know, you've got something that you can use the bats individually on their own if you want to. But I'm pretty sure that that is a bag. A bag or a box. Yeah, because you've got quite a deep section here. So another one to be made. And then next up we have, ooh, look at these. These are really cute eyeball lollipops and bat lollipops. And then we've got a pumpkin one. So that's another cutie. And then next up we have witchy hat bows. So we've got the witches hats and then you've got the bows that can go on just to make a really cute little embellishment. Those are cute. And then we have separate little elements here. I'll open this. It looks like we've got a gravestone. Yep, so we've got gravestones. So we've got the tops and the backs. These can be shakers, yeah, because you've got the frame. And then you've got the raven. I've actually, I bought it from AliExpress years ago. Got this great big plastic crow in my garden. And I just call him Poe the crow. And he's supposed to be there to scare other things off from eating my fruit and veggies. But it doesn't work. But I've just left him there, stuck in the ground, bless him. So I've got a little Poe the crow. And we've got a cross and we've got a rest in peace, which is really cute. And of course you've got your cobweb bit that you can just stick onto your gravestones and have it draping down. Love those. And then next up we have, ooh, a collection of different sizes of witches hats with all the stitching around. And you've got your little swirly quirly bit at the top. So once again, you know, if you've got other dies of critters, even if it's a little cow, you know, you can dress your cow up for Halloween if you've got friends who like farming and stuff like that. And then we have a set of cobweb hearts, and I can see a spider. If you don't like spiders, look away. Now, is that supposed to be clock hands? Or does it make the spider spin? I'm thinking it makes a spider spin. Ooh, we'll have to find out. But that looks really cute. And once again, these are elements that can be used on their own too. That's what I love about KSCRAFT dies. They're so versatile. And then we've got potion bottles, and we've got little corks. And I think we've got a label for the front there. Yes, we do. So we've got a label. We've got the corks. We've got another label. And it's a shaker, or it can just be a bottle on its own. And the same here, but a smaller version. I've just lost my little heart from my pile. And then last but not least, you know I don't do backwards. I can behave it, but I don't do it. And those are words, and they have to be cut out so that you can see what they are. Right. I thank you so much for joining me today. I do hope you have a fabulous weekend, and I will be up on Monday with some makes from this. Thanks so much for joining me. Bye.